Khamzat just shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your
But I
legs.
look at
And you got to think his endurance is probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70 because of the cut for Khamzat. It's like 85 is really where he should have been all along.
Do you think it's different with Duplessis? Because he can wrestle.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits fucking hard, and he's a big, durable dude.
Is Khamzat going to be able to take me down? Absolutely. Absolutely, he'll be able to take me down. This is how a fight works. I would hope so. Isn't he like some Swedish champion or something? I would hope he could take me down. But then he has to deal with me on the ground, and he has to keep me there. Can I take Khamzat down? Absolutely. Am I going to take Khamzat down? Absolutely. I'm not scared of Khamzat wrestling. I'm not evading. I'm not trying to stay off the ground with Khamzat. That's the mistake everybody makes.
Is he good enough to defend the takedowns of Chimaev? Let's go further with it. Is he good enough to take Chimaev down? I've never seen Chimaev lose a stand-up fight. I want you to know how good Dricus is at a stand-up fight. Do you believe that Chimaev can tackle this man? Chimaev has gotten on top of everybody with no exception.
The buzz and energy from fans keep intensifying as UFC 319 approaches, where Dricus du Plessis is set to clash with Khamzat Chimaev for the middleweight championship. Joe Rogan amps up the hype by portraying Khamzat as an unstoppable monster, suggesting that his transition to a different weight division might bring out an even more dangerous side. He hints that although there have been previous setbacks, Khamzat could now be heading toward total supremacy, and the world better pay. Attention, Khamzat's an absolute beast.
Khamzat's a freak, man.
How about,
especially at 170.
Dude, but he can't make the weight. He's too unreliable.
He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined. Bro, 170, he's almost unstoppable. Even when Gilbert caught him on the noggin multiple times and dropped him, remember?
Yep.
Still fucking kept going. Like that guy never stops. Shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your legs. And you got to think his endurance is probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70 because of the cut for Khamzat. It's like 85 is really where he should have been all along. But he can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder.
Joe Rogan ignites overwhelming hype by suggesting that the world has yet to witness the full extent of Khamzat Chimaev's capabilities. He implies that in this new division, Khamzat could finally unlock his peak form, a level so lethal that no contender is truly safe. Rogan also adds fuel to the fire by recognizing Dricus du Plessis' talent and toughness. He hints that while du Plessis may be powerful and dangerous, the real question is whether anyone can withstand Khamzat's unrelenting pressure on the mat, leaving fans desperate to see who truly emerges victorious. Meanwhile, Arman Tsarukyan has officially become part of Khamzat's training camp in preparation for the high-stakes battle against Dricus du Plessis. Arman's move marks a significant shift that could reshape the entire landscape. Together, they're forming a fierce alliance that promises to elevate Khamzat's performance to its highest potential. This partnership hints that Chimaev might enter the octagon more ferociously than ever before. Arman also exposes the harsh truth behind training with Khamzat, describing an environment that breaks limits and pushes every fighter to the brink. Makes it clear, this isn't ordinary prep, it's a war zone where only the strongest survive, emerging sharper, harder, and ready to dismantle anyone standing in their path.
Training with Khamzat. I mean, obviously there's so many stories about what that guy's capable of in the gym going back for about 10 years. What is it like for you to get in there and roll with him?
I mean, Khamzat, he's a tough guy, and he doesn't care if you're lighter than him, more than 25 pounds. He just go hard with everybody, and it's good for me, you know. I get a lot of like experience, and I feel like if I can wrestle with him, I can wrestle with anybody, you know.
I would think so, man. And he's probably weighing what when he comes in? You said 25 pounds. Is that about how much he weighs more than you when you guys go?
Like he's like 205, something like that.
Kamaru Usman has raised serious concerns about just how much of a threat Khamzat Chimaev truly poses. He emphasizes that taking Khamzat lightly has already proven to be a costly mistake in the past, and cautions that his blend of raw strength and elite skill makes him a true menace at 185 pounds. To Usman, Khamzat isn't just another contender. He's a game changer who could upend the entire middleweight division and snatch the title before anyone even realizes what happened.
Who do you see taking the belt at 185?
At 185? Listen, I told you guys, don't sleep on Khamzat.
When he was fighting Robert Whittaker, everyone said, oh yeah, Whittaker's going to get him. Hey, don't sleep on him. Khamzat's extremely talented, extremely strong. He can shock anyone.
Kamaru Usman calls this matchup one of the most unmissable events of the year. He believes both competitors possess exceptional grit and views it as a true showdown between elite warriors operating at their highest level. For Usman, this fight promises non-stop intensity and has all the ingredients to become an all-time classic.
Chimaev, an incredible fighter, very, very, very tough fighter. You know, has been hit with a few tests. Obviously, you know, myself, obviously Burns. So, and he's passed. So, I'm excited to see how that fight goes with himself and Dricus du Plessis. I think that's a phenomenal fight. Both guys tough, extremely tough. So, that's one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most this year.
Kamaru Usman highlights the true essence of the fight game, showing genuine admiration for Dricus du Plessis and the journey he's endured to reach the summit. He believes every title holder deserves credit for the wars they've survived and the sacrifices they've made along the way. To Usman, this bout goes beyond the buzz. It's a tribute to the fighters who risk it all to earn their place among the elite.
Dricus du Plessis, you can't sleep on him as well. He's the champion for a reason, taking out 3 champions back to back to back. So, hey, respect to all those guys. I respect every one of these fighters. You know, I know people at home were spectators and were fans, and they like to just kind of talk. Oh, he had a bad performance. He had a boring one. But, hey, you have to respect each and every one of these guys that's willing to get in here, you know, in little bitty gloves and damn near underwear and bare their soul in here. So you have to respect that.
Kamaru Usman dives deeper into the matchup, emphasizing Chimaev's dominant control and overwhelming power, yet suggests that Dricus could be the unsolved riddle in the division. He believes this clash isn't solely about brute force. It's a test of adaptability and resilience when everything is on the line.
Khamzat Chimaev on your back round 1 is not easy to get off. And then he was able to sink that in. And that goes to show how strong of a squeeze this freaking dude had.
Could he pull that same style against Dricus du Plessis? Because I will say
1000%.
this.
Take this there's not even a doubt in my mind. Khamzat is a strong guy, but I know for a fact that he's never felt like this. In this case, he has a gun and I have a tank when it comes to his strength. There's not a middleweight that's going to overpower me. It's not going to happen. Once it goes past round 2, it's going to be smooth sailing.
Wanted to get your thoughts on Dricus as a champion, his run so far, and what do you make of his grappling?
What do you think, guys? How I done with this guy, Rob? How he done? Rob took him down. So Rob took him down, so there is salam alaikum.
On the flip side, Robert Whittaker threw his support behind Dricus du Plessis to put an end to Khamzat Chimaev's undefeated run. Whittaker frames the bout as a true test of heart and endurance, suggesting it could evolve into a fierce back-and-forth war. He sees this showdown as one where every second matters, and the fighter who can rise from the brink might rewrite the entire narrative. To Whittaker, this is the kind of contest that defines who truly deserves to stand at the summit. Meanwhile, du Plessis teases a fight where brute strength could finally overcome raw intensity. He insists he's built differently, designed to outlast, overwhelm, and crush anyone who dares to stand in his way. This may be the moment he proves he's operating on a level few can reach. Khamzat Chimaev, in turn, questions whether du Plessis can handle the suffocating pressure that's coming. He hints that the most brutal tests still lie ahead and sparks debate over whether Dricus is truly ready to withstand elite-level grappling. However, du Plessis underlines the value of being a complete athlete, respecting his opponents while making it clear that single-skill fighters won't survive. He believes greatness comes from mastering every aspect of the sport and sets the tone for a battle where only the most well-rounded will remain standing. With his eyes on greatness, du Plessis makes it known that respect doesn't equal hesitation. He's ready to derail anyone's momentum to carve his name into history. Once that cage door locks, he promises no one will keep him from proving who truly reigns supreme. Du Plessis vows this won't be just another fight. He believes Chimaev is about to encounter a level of complete skill he's never faced. With everything at stake, Dricus is confident this bout will reveal who genuinely belongs at the pinnacle. Meanwhile, Movsar Evloev views this as a platform for total dominance, where one fighter's superior arsenal might dismantle everything in his path. He expects a performance so decisive it could reshape the entire division and leave no doubt about who commands the cage.
Yes, I do think his wrestling is phenomenal. But when the night comes, it's not about teaching him a lesson. It's about proving once again that I will be the greatest of all time and doing whatever I have to prove that. Because yes, I know his wrestling is great. It is 100%. He's proven that. I mean, look at his performances. But you're only as good as your opponent lets you. And I won't let you look good. I can let you look good, but I can't let you win, unfortunately.
UFC icon Daniel Cormier builds anticipation for an all-out battle, suggesting this showdown could completely upend past expectations. He hints that there might be a hidden way to rattle Khamzat Chimaev and suggests Dricus du Plessis could possess the unorthodox, unpredictable weapons to pull off a stunning upset. Now, fans are left questioning, could this be the moment where Khamzat is finally pushed to his breaking point?
Khamzat is an incredible fighter. Nobody has been able to beat him, but he hasn't fought anybody of note other than Robert Whittaker. That is it. This is not a grappling competition. I am not the best grappler, wrestler, or striker. When we mix it all up, I am. That's why I have this. He couldn't even get a title a welterweight. Now he wants to come to middleweight. Great.
Daniel Cormier teases a heated showdown driven by genuine animosity, warning that this bout goes beyond technique. It's deeply personal. He believes the contrast in fighting styles and intense personalities will turn this into a chaotic spectacle, leaving fans eagerly awaiting which warrior cracks under pressure first.
Who do you think wins that fight between DDP and Khamzat?
I don't think that du Plessis is wrestling even close to Khamzat. When we watch fight with Whittaker, he just take him down and he just like break him. So nobody did this against Whittaker before. And Khamzat still have big power of punching, right? He can just turn off your light by one punch.
Yeah, but DDP looked crazy strong and big in his last fight against Sean Strickland. Khamzat's not a really big 185er. He's got to be like 190 pounds fighting at 185. He's cutting to 5 pounds.
He even bigger than du Plessis. Yeah.
No way.
Of course he is, bro. He's big. He's big and strong as hell. Yeah. I don't know how much it's in pounds, but he more than 100 kg.
Former UFC champion Chael Sonnen emphasizes the sheer unpredictability and intensity of this matchup, noting that neither competitor is in for a smooth ride. He views it as a defining clash that captures the spirit of this electrifying new era in the middleweight ranks. To Sonnen, this isn't just another bout, it's a clear display of how stacked and dangerous the division has grown. I mean, this isn't one of those fights where you just say, go in there and take him down.
Yeah, I think it's a great fight, and you're right. You want to piss off Khamzat, call him scared. You want to make Chimaev mad, call him afraid of anything. Yep. And he'll come at you like a bat out of hell. I think it's a great fight. I think Dricus's awkward ability and his ability to create different angles to make you not recognize what you're seeing makes it a much tougher fight than most people may anticipate. A couple fights ago, everybody would have thought Khamzat would just run through Dricus du Plessis. But if you today feel that way, you're out of your mind. If you today can openly say, Khamzat Chimaev is just going to run through Dricus du Plessis and is not going to be competitive, you have no idea what mixed martial arts is. This is going to be a fun fight. It's going to be a good fight.
Chael Sonnen sees this fight as an unpredictable thrill ride where the momentum could shift instantly. He believes a single explosive moment could rewrite the entire narrative, whether it leads to a full-blown war or an abrupt finish. To him, this is the type of clash that keeps fans on edge from start to finish, never knowing what's coming next.
And I think that these two guys, we know that these two guys don't like each other. We don't have the backdrop of them training prior like Strickland and Khamzat had, but you can tell they don't like each other. They are so completely different. And I think in that different is going to make for not only a good fight, but also a very fun build-up to the fight.
TJ Dillashaw views this contest as a test of stamina just as much as technique. He predicts a grueling war of attrition, where only the one with superior conditioning will make it through. As he puts it, how do you even prepare Khamzat Chimaev to take out Dricus du Plessis?
I mean, this isn't a simple fight where you go, well, go out and take him down. It's like, yeah, good luck. Go out and take him down. Yeah, it's true. And then you got to hold him there once you do it. Oh, and by the way, nobody else has taken down and held Dricus there. Like, this fight is starting to look different. The entire division is starting to look different. There's never been a time that 185 pounds has had such a spotlight on it. I'm watching this guy, Kyle Barrow, myself. I'm thinking this guy might quietly be the real assassin of that division, but that's not easy to say. I think Bo Nickel go all the way to the top. And I think that DeRinner is greatly underrated. And I don't think Sean Strickland is ready to move on just yet. Like, 185 is a really exciting proposition.
Sean Strickland launches a bold offensive, openly challenging Khamzat Chimaev's grit and taking direct aim at his character, something few have dared to do. He's determined to show that behind the flashy moments lies a truth yet to be revealed, and he's ready to bring it to light.
Is it a surprise that Chimaev is a favorite? No, I would expect him to be. But I also feel as though if I were predicting this today, I would lean Chimaev. As long as you didn't ask me a follow-up question. Like, if I told you, hey, I think Chimaev's going to beat Dricus. Okay, great. If we all get up and walk out of the room, we're fine. The problem is if you're going to ask me how. How is he going to beat him? Because I am not fully confident that Chimaev can take him down at will. I'm not fully confident he can keep him there. We're going to know in the very first round. If Dricus gets taken down in the first round, things are going to unravel very quickly. But if he can defend a takedown for the entire first 5 minutes, it's only going to get easier to stay on your feet after that. It's an exciting match. I would expect Chimaev to be the favorite. And he is.
On the other side, Alexander Gustafsson highlights a major gap in grappling expertise that could be the key factor on fight night. He believes Khamzat's refined technique makes him a nightmare for anyone, regardless of physical size. To Gustafsson, this is a scenario where elite skill could completely overwhelm brute power.
I train Khamzat Chimaev to beat DDP. Cardio. I just don't think he has the gas tank. If he doesn't finish DDP, doing it. Because he's good, he's strong, his grappling's better, he's got good technical striking. I would put a lot more money on Chimaev if he trains the right way for his cardio. If he doesn't train his cardio the right way, I think it's going to be hard for him to put DDP away, and DDP's going to get him in the later rounds and gas him out. DDP ain't going to get tired.
Demetrius Johnson adds his insight to this high-stakes title showdown, emphasizing the mental and physical chess match that could determine the winner. He notes that fight IQ and endurance might prove more crucial than sheer strength, setting the stage for a clash where every moment carries weight. This is my hot take, he says, suggesting that the real battle may be fought in the mind as much as in the cage.
So Chimaev can grapple, but he's kind of like a weak man from somebody who's trained with him. Like, he's usually tough for like one round. And then the moment like you shut him down, the little Chechen comes out in him. He starts like, where's my dictator daddy at? I gotta save him.
Did you say that to him?
Oh yeah, no, he's a cunt, dude. Like, no, like, dude, Chimaev's, it's like you're talking to like just a retard, you know? It's like he doesn't speak like human. I think he's just such an
English is his second
But no, I think
language.
he's just such like an insecure man that like, maybe he's stupid. I don't know. But yeah, no. I mean, he's just another phony Muslim. But I mean, like, again, dude, I can't even stand Chimaev, bro. Like, Chimaev is like the definition of a weak man. Like, such a Chechen whore.
Meanwhile, newly crowned lightweight champion Alaya Tapuraya expresses respect for both contenders, while making it clear this matchup is nothing short of explosive. He sees their collision as a can't-miss spectacle, one that could mark the beginning of a new chapter in the division. For Tapuria, it's all about watching elite greatness go head-to-head on the biggest stage.
You're like 2-3 weight classes above him. How strong is he? Because I've seen like he's a good training partner for you.
Yeah, no, he's very natural, strong, you know, and he has very strong genes, and he just comes with raw power, you know. All his power just comes from nature, you know.
Just natural.
Natural, yeah. So guys, to get the full All-Stars experience,
Caio Baralho, preparing to take on Nasruddin Imavov at UFC Paris, issues a strong warning. Facing Khamzat Chimaev is an entirely different challenge, far beyond standard wrestling. He believes that only someone who fully grasps the complexity of Khamzat's chaotic style has any real shot. In his view, this could be the moment Dricus du Plessis discovers just how unpredictable and lethal Khamzat truly is.
Hot take, if Chimaev cannot get him down,
he will. But yeah.
But let's say he does get him down.
Yep.
And he doesn't finish him, right? I think he's spent. Because you look at his fights. You look when he fought Gilbert Burns, when he fought Kamaru Usman. He had Kamaru Usman fully mounted, back hooks and everything, right?
Yep.
Working for the choke, pounding him, could not finish him,
Couldn't get.
The rest of the time, he could not find it was shadow boxer. Granted, he might be sick or whatever.
Yep.
But if he cannot figure it out within those first 2 rounds or the first round he gets him down, I think DDP is gonna do what he does best.
Yep.
He's gonna be awkward. He's gonna be do the kicks, and I think DDP is gonna beat him.
Yeah.
Like
I could see it.
I think Khamzat Chimaev is more athletic, more traditional, but I think that awkwardness of the old what did he say? The lanky man style.
Yep.
I think DDP is gonna put him in the back.
Darren Till throws his full support behind Khamzat Chimaev, firmly believing his close friend operates on a level few can match. He points to Khamzat's intense focus and brute force as unbeatable qualities, while teasing future moves that could strengthen their bond even further. You really think your guy's beating Khamzat? He challenges, making it clear where his loyalty lies.
He's the man. He's a savage. He calls him his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a f***ing beast. So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. We're gonna have an amazing fight because I love Dricus du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of mixed martial arts, it's gonna be a very exciting fight. I hope the best man wins, and I wish best of the luck.
Moreover, Michael Chiesa believes this showdown will hinge on mental resilience and sharp tactics. He sees Dricus as someone capable of keeping his composure when it counts, potentially shifting the momentum in his favor at just the right time. For Chiesa, this isn't merely about strikes and takedowns, it's a true test of determination and grit.
Khamzat fighting against Dricus. Who do you think he wins?
I think Khamzat is gonna win because I don't see anyone preparing properly for Khamzat. They are bringing wrestlers to train them to defend takedowns and all that, but Khamzat doesn't do the normal stuff. Khamzat doesn't do wrestling. He does MMA wrestling. It's different. You need to understand his system, what he wants next. You need to understand this first, and then you start to prepare for him. And I think Khamzat is gonna win for me.
Similarly, Yoel Romero anticipates a razor-thin contest, but leans toward Khamzat Chimaev's elite wrestling as the potential game changer. He sees Khamzat's ability to dominate high-level opponents on the mat as a rare advantage that could shift everything. For Romero, this is the type of matchup where one signature strength might tip the entire balance.
You think he beats Khamzat, your boy?
No, look, I'm with respect, I'm never going to look past Dricus because he trains hard, he's super dedicated, he's super strong, and he's got that awkward style that doesn't make any sense. I think Khamzat will beat him inside the 2 rounds. I really do believe that. But look, Khamzat knows. I was speaking to Khamzat on the FaceTime the other day because I'm meant to be going out to Dubai to help with the camp. Khamzat knows it's a tough fight, but Khamzat trains like a beast. I do think Khamzat gets it in 2 rounds done.
Who do you think takes it, him or Khamzat? Meanwhile, Bo Nickel firmly states that grappling is becoming the cornerstone of modern MMA. He believes a solid wrestling foundation is the ultimate equalizer and insists that Khamzat's pressure-heavy style will be nearly unstoppable. To him, this fight could be the perfect example of why the new generation of MMA belongs to the dominant grapplers.
Man, I think that it goes to Dricus. I think Dricus, we've all kind of criticized him for, I just got to say it as it is. We've all criticized Dricus for having these sloppy fights, but that last Sean Strickland fight, he looked a lot more polished. He fought a completely different game plan. He used all of his weapons very well. And, Chimaev's a sprinter, and nobody's going to beat Chimaev in a sprint. But if he can't put you away in the sprint, it's going to go to the person that can run a marathon. And Dricus du Plessis has shown he can fight 25 minutes, very, very hard. You know, you give Kamaru Usman 2 more rounds in that Chimaev fight, I think he wins it. So as long as Dricus cannot get put away by the sprint from Khamzat Chimaev and take him into deep water, Dricus.
Bo Nickel analyzes the matchup as a classic clash between endurance and overwhelming control. He suggests that if the fight drags into deep waters, Dricus could potentially carve out a path to win. However, Bo ultimately backs Khamzat suffocating, wrestling as the deciding factor, one that could end things long before it ever becomes a war.
Who do you think wins between him and Khamzat? Who would you pick in that fight? It's a hard one, isn't it?
It's very difficult, but 16-40 chance. 16% for Chimaev and 40% for Duplessis. Yeah, that's a way.
So you think Chimaev? You're kind of slightly leaning towards Chimaev.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think?
Wrestling. The wrestling for Chimaev right now is very, very dangerous. Yes, I see the move where he make it. We'll take it. Robert fight is another level. It's an Olympic level.
So what do you think about this highly anticipated showdown? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.
But, you know, just based on the styles, I just think the grappling style, you know, I might be biased. I'm definitely biased, but I think the grappling style is so hard to beat, and it's so hard to defend against. And I guess if you look at it from a analytical point of view, you have so many. It's really become the dominant force in the sport. You got Merab, you got Islam, you got Bilal, you got Khamzat. You even have, you can even look at Topuria. Obviously, people know he's more of a boxing style, and he does a lot more striking. But his background is wrestling. You know, he did that before anything else. And so, it's really wrestlers that are dominating, grapplers that are dominating the sport right now. And so, I think that I would give the edge to Khamzat. But we still have yet to see Khamzat ever fight a 4th and a 5th round. We've seen that from DDP, and so that's where he would have the advantage. You know, if it goes deep, 4th and 5th round, I think that DDP might be able to pull it out. But you know, all in all, I think the grappling style is definitely an overwhelming style to try to